Good morning. I've got Naomi here today to talk to us about her experience for TMS. So welcome, Naomi. Thank you for coming in. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your journey to TMS, please?
Okay, so Naomi, I'm 29 years old. I have been struggling on and off with depression and anxiety since I was probably a teenager. At the time I wasn't aware that's what that was. And then as I developed and grew into my 20s, I tried antidepressants for a while, but it didn't really work for me. I didn't like how it made me feel and all of that. So I came off antidepressants and I started going to talk therapy. So I'd been in talk therapy for a couple of years. And then I decided to start EMDR therapy. And I didn't feel like that was really giving me the benefits or working for me. And then my EMDR therapist gave me a referral for TMS and said, maybe try this. So then I went to my GP, who at the time wasn't really aware of TMS or what it was about. So he did some research and was more than happy to sign off on it. And then I came here.
Fantastic. That's a long journey.
Yeah.
And it is a common story that a lot of people tell when they come here that they just haven't had success with other things. So it's great that you found it. So I guess you've really answered what made you decide to give it a go, but is there anything else you wanted to add to that?
I think at the time, because I'd gone through the last year and a half, had been such a traumatic experience for me, and I just wasn't feeling great at all, and I just wanted it to stop. I wanted something to work, and I was trying all these things, and I kept feeling like I'm going to therapy, I'm trying to get my health under control, I'm doing EMDR, and nothing was working. And I think I just thought, why not? I'm sick of trying everything else, and I just want something completely different.
And that must have had an enormous impact on your life, your relationships, all those things, to be struggling through that so much. Was there ever any thought that you might have needed to go to hospital and have treatments?
I didn't know that's an option, but there's probably days where I was very unwell that could have been an option, but I wasn't aware of that.
But two people who come to us, they don't really meet the criteria for hospitalisation in the public system, so unless you've got private cover, generally they're the people who miss out on some treatment. So,
and I think too, dealing with mental health, you don't know how bad it is. You don't, because I could think to myself, it's not that bad, get over it. There's people dealing with a lot worse things or this or that, and you just don't know if yours is severe enough or until it's hard.
Until you start to feel better.
And you go, oh, well, this is what people feel like.
This is what, that's right. This is what it feels like to feel good. So how frequently did you come in for your TMS session?
I came in 4 days a week. I think I just wanted to get it done as quickly as possible, but I also wanted a day where I could just have a normal life. So I guess I wanted to commit to it. I wanted to see results. I was desperate. And so I just committed to 4 days a week, because it's a bit of a journey to travel in here and to near the city. Oh,
that's fantastic. And we do recommend minimum of 3. If you can get here for 5, that's great, but we understand people have a life, and I think that's not a bad idea too, just to give yourself a day's break where you can just relax and not feel like you have to be somewhere. So have you seen any changes or improvements in your symptoms?
I have. I think the first sort of 4 weeks I was not noticing anything. I was very depressed. I was crying every day. I felt a lot of defeat. And probably the last couple of weeks, maybe the last 2 weeks, I've noticed a change, especially with my cycle. Before my cycle, I would get really bad PMS. Like, my anxiety and depression would heighten and be 10 times worse or 100 times worse than it would be normally. And so this cycle I felt a lot better, not completely gone or cured, but a lot better, a lot calmer. And just simple things like keeping consistent with my exercise and eating healthy and listening to music again, because there was a period of time for 6 months where I couldn't listen to music because everything triggered me. Lyrics would trigger me, everything like that. So I'm listening to my old music again, which is really nice, and just things like that.
I'm so pleased for you. That's wonderful. What's your overall take on TMS? Would you recommend it?
Definitely. I think it's a good alternative for taking medication if you're not open to that, or if you're against that, or if it hasn't worked for you. I definitely think trying anything to help yourself is beneficial. And just stick at it, because even if you don't notice it straight away, you might notice it at the end, or like me, because I didn't notice it for the first, I think I got to 24 or 25 treatments before I started to notice a difference.
And that happens. Everyone's so individual with this. Some people get an immediate response. Other people it takes almost to the end to get a response. So we all try not to panic as well, because we want it to work for you. Was the referral process okay for you? Did you find that?
Yeah, that was fine. I just took it to my GP that I've been going to since I was a kid, and he didn't know anything about it at the time, so he did some research and was quite curious about it, and so he was more than happy to sign it, and I think he wants to see me after.
That's great.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll see a good improvement.
Yeah, hopefully.
Send some more people in. That'd be great. Thank you so much. It's been lovely getting to know you and seeing you get well and smile and have a good result. Do you think you'll come back for your maintenance?
Potentially, yeah.
That's great. You've got a minimum of a 4-month wait, but you can just come whenever you feel like you need a little bit of a top up. So, Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks.